I'm Keith, I'm fat, and this is a weapons video? That's right. I'm a very strange person, as you probably could have told already. Anyway, put me. So I'm very into martial arts, weapons, and whatnot. So this is an instructional video about how to do a few nunchaku tricks. Now, some people call it nunchaku, some people will call it nunchucks, and then some people will get all upset because you call it nunchucks, and it's not really nunchucks, it's nunchuck. Blow me. It's whatever you want to call it, as long as you appreciate the fact that this is actually a weapon. It's not a toy, it can hurt people. I can no longer have children, I think, because I've hit myself so many times. Also, it can actually be a fatal tool, so be very careful when you're doing these. There's a lot of different types of nunchucks or nunchaku out in the world. These, for example, are speed chucks because they have a shorter rope. You have your standard nunchuck. You have something called a chako, which is a shorter stick and a longer chain. And there's lots of different stories about where nunchucks come from, but the most popular myth is that they came from Okinawa. And the story says that Okinawa was an island off mainland Japan. Technically, it's still an island off mainland Japan, but a long time ago, mainland Japan was all like douchebags, and they said, no, if you're not us, you can't have any weapons because we don't want to start any wars or shit. And Okinawa was all like, oh, crappy son, because they were going to plan a revolution. It's like, we can't have weapons, we can't have swords or anything, so how are we going to fight for our freedom? I know what we'll do. We'll use whatever we have. So they took farming implements, they took tools that were everyday use, and they made them into weapons. They made them martial. So nunchucks, for example, were rice flails. Sais were some sort of hoeing apparatus, I suppose. Tonfo were for carriages. Bow staffs were for staffing bows. All sorts of things like that. Even one of the Okinawan 13, 15, or 17, whoever you ask, is a boat oar that you can literally kill people with. Anyway, so these are speed chucks, as indicated by the small rope. That's a little bit of the history of one form of nunchucks that's normally adopted by a martial art form called kabuto. We'll get more into that later. And so now I'm going to teach you a couple tricks. I'm weird, like I said, and so I name all my weapons after Hollywood actresses or celebrities. These are Liza Minnelli because they're kind of flashy, flamboyant, and used to have a drinking problem. All right, so here are the 5 tricks. The first one is very simple. It's called the hitchhiker. It's a nice little spin. It's also a thumb spin, horizontal thumb spin. So it goes like that. All right, so starting off, what you do is take the chuck back here. You're going to let it come around your thumb. Basically, your hand motion is going to be that. Like thumbing for a ride, and let the chuck actually do the work for you. So again, it looks pretty nice like that. You can go from any stance after that. Use that same principle of letting the chuck carry the momentum and apply it in a vertical sense. So we have that. Or a vertical thumb roll, or what I call a hitchhiker who doesn't understand gravity. So the next move, we have something called an elevator. Using that same principle once more about momentum, letting the chuck go around your fingers. You can use any finger you like, and we just want to let the chuck, that's not how you do it, this is how you do it, go up. Normally you would catch it, but I'm fat and sweaty. The next move is a really simple catch. It's a one-handed catch. I call these two the Michelangelos. Different variations, really. You want to act like you're slinging the chuck out and catch it. Alright, by yourself, just like that. So I'm slinging the chuck out, letting go, and catching it with my same hand, okay? Variation part 2 of that is slinging the chuck out and catching the other stick. Okay, so if the chuck starts here, let it go entirely around, and keep going with it. So, those are 5 easy tricks that I effed up a little bit, but I hope you have fun learning them, guys. And you're pretty, yay!